Well, it's almost July, and you know what that means. You can tell by the title. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, if you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about training camp. Now, the dates kind of have been set. So we're going to talk about when the Miami Dolphins and other NFL teams are going to be starting training camp. Then I kind of want to address the season, training camp, and all that stuff. And then I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. So like I did earlier today, around 2 o'clock today, on Twitter and in the community. Again, if you don't know what the community is, you can either do it on your phone or you could do it on the computer, whichever way you're watching this. Go to my homepage. It says community. That's a lot of times where I post breaking news before I make a video, or I put polls up. And I put a poll up, and this is what Twitter did, which is 51% of you guys wanted me to do this video, whereas 49% of you wanted me to do the Cam Newton video, which I will be doing Friday. I said I would. And then this one is for Twitter. And I was actually, again, very close. 59% of you wanted me to do training camp, and 41% of you wanted me to do the Cam Newton video. So today we're going to be talking about training camp, and then Friday we will talk about Cam Newton and how his signing with the New England Patriots affected. Did it affect? Is it affecting the AFC East? So, like I said, we're going to talk about training camp, and essentially July 28th is when a good majority of the NFL teams are going to be starting their training camp. Now, normally the way training camp works, and normally the way when you're going to start training camp, is the NFL would have the teams go start their training camp 15 days before their first preseason game. So if you're playing the Hall of Fame game, which there isn't going to be a Hall of Fame game this year, or you have an early, first preseason game, you would start training camp earlier in July than everyone else, being that there's no, Hall of Fame game, and being that there hasn't been any OTAs, mini camps, rookie training camps, any of that stuff. The NFL is more thinking, okay, we're going to give you 47 days from your first regular season game. So that's why a good portion of NFL teams are starting on July 28th is the day that they will be coming in and, going to training camp. Normally for the Miami Dolphins, being that their first preseason game is August 14th against the Atlanta Falcons, they'd actually be showing up for training camp on July 30th because, like I said, that is 15 days before their first preseason game. And I think it was going to be the Cowboys and the Steelers, I think they would have probably shown up for training camp the 25th, if my math is correct. Again, that's off the top of my dome. I didn't write that one down because I don't give a crap about the Cowboys or the Steelers. And then you got the Monday night game. We usually have the doubleheader for the Monday night game. Those guys will be going to training camp on July 29th because, again, it's a day later. And then we have the Texans and the Chiefs who are kicking off the season. They will be reporting 47 days, again, the 25th. So they will be going 3 days ahead of everyone else because Thursday is 3 days ahead of Sunday. If you didn't know, well, now you know. So there's that. So essentially that is the idea. That is the notion. We have a lot of sports starting to come back in July. Baseball, hopefully, they started already with the process. They're already talking about players that are added. That's coming back in July. So we'll get some type of sport when it comes to watching a sport. Baseball is coming back in July. And like I said, we got training camp. Now, there was the talks of taking the preseason and having only 2 games. Again, because they didn't have enough time to do training camp, OTAs, all that other stuff. So that is still in talks. Nothing has been initiated, updating, anything like that. But again, as of right now, we're going to need 4 preseason games, but things could change where we could have 2, depending on how things could change in the world. Again, this is all right, we're going to set these rules up, we're going to set these things up, and just hope and pray things get better. And we'll see if things get better. They also added a little bit more things when it comes to days that they can practice in pads, not in pads. But in all honesty, I'm not going to talk about that yet because we don't even know. We don't even know what's going to happen, if training camp's going to happen, and when training camp's going to happen. So speaking of that and not knowing, there's something that I did want to talk about the unknown, right? Now, with what's going on in the world, again, I don't want to talk about it because every time I talk about it, YouTube's like, hey, did you mention this? Hey, we're gonna do something to your video. Oh, wait, you have to, and then I send in a review, and then like, oh, no, never mind. I don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm not going to name it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Say this is still going on. Most likely it will be. How is that going to affect injury reports, and how is that going to affect players' time? And also, just to throw that out there, fantasy football. Now, when it comes to injury report and stuff like that, if somebody does test positive, they have to be quarantined for 14 days because if not, it will just spread. And again, a lot of people want to talk about, hey, you get it and then you get over it and you're fine. That's not necessarily true because there has been shown cases of conditions where people 3 months after still have a hard time walking up a flight of stairs. So imagine you're a football player and you have to play again. So it's better to not get it than, hey, it's not chicken pox, essentially. So when it comes to that, then we have to think about, okay, say somebody gets it and they're quarantined for 4 days. Then all of a sudden you might start losing players. You might lose your starting quarterback, your starting running back, your starting wide receiver. And then all of a sudden, how is that going to impact the game? How is that going to impact the season? This is all the things that the NFL right now is thinking about, talking about, and preparing for, because we all know that the NFL wants to have a season. The NFL and us fans want to have a season, but we want everyone to be safe. Like I talked about in one of my live streams, the NFL also came out and approved of having like the first 6 rows or the first section of the stadium being covered in a tarp that has advertisement in it, because the NFL might be losing cap and might be losing revenue to the ticket sales. And that is a huge thing. And that is the reason why the Miami Dolphins right now are sitting at $13 million in cap space. They're probably going to keep that over to 2020 because normally the cap space goes up about 10, 15, 20 million every year because of ticket sales, jersey sales, revenue, TV time, all that stuff. And that might drastically go down because of what's happening. So like I said in my live stream last Saturday, don't be surprised if the Dolphins just hold on to that 13 million to make up for that drop in cap space. But like I said, they're going to cover some of the seats with a tarp to have some advertising. Also keep, us fans, if they're going to have us fans in the stands, away from the field and away from the players and the coaches standing on the side of the field. But again, this is all speculation. This is all, the 29th, the 28th is training camp. We can't go to training camp. Usually we can go to training camp. Usually we have reporters at training camp. Usually you get everyday reports from me about what happened at training camp. I'm hoping these beat writers can go there, keep their social distancing, wear their masks, and still report to us so I can report to you every day about training camp. I would absolutely 100% love to do that for you guys. We will see how that all pans out. But like I said, this is a process. This is something new. Baseball's been gone for how long? Hockey's gone for how long? Basketball's been gone for how long? They're starting to come back into the fold, and they're trying to work on it. So, like I said, this video was more about talking about training camp, how it's changed, how it's affected. I want to talk about some other things in it. But yeah, let me know. Comment below. Let me know how you feel. Now, I know I've read your guys' comments constantly. Some of you guys think there won't be a season. Some of you guys hope there's a season. Some of you guys don't like when I talk about this stuff. I get it. But it's affecting us. It's affecting the sport, and it's something that needs to be talked about. So comment below. Let me know. What do you think about potentially only having 2 preseason games? I know I addressed that in a previous video, but now it seems it should happen more than back then. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think of that. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the training camp dates. Let me know what you think about, like I said, season, no season. What would you want? Comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. And this comment came from Twitter, and it came from Sharif West, one of my Patreons. And he says, comment of the day, Dolphins will be a team who can have any style of running back run well for the team. Why is this important? We upgraded starters and fortified depth to an already better blocking team as of week 9, 2018. So I guess he's saying, we've gotten better since that time of week 9, 2018, where our rushing started to decrease. And yeah, hopefully I've said this to you guys time and time again. I said it in the live stream. the trenches on this team and the trenches on the defense and the offense are incredibly important. If we have a top 5 offensive line and a top 5 defensive line, we will win the division. And I've said it, and I've said that it's not ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we have a top 5 offense and defensive line, we'll win the division. If we have a top 5, one or the other, probably make the wild card. You know, because one side is going to struggle, and then we've all been there where one side struggles and the other one succeeds, and then we tend to lose games we should. You know what I'm saying? But where Sharif's coming from, we have that top 5 offensive line. Any running back can run behind it. You'll have Breda, you'll have Howard, you'll have Laird, you'll have Balaj, you'll have Gaskins, you'll have all these guys producing behind this offensive line. And the quarterbacks will be producing behind these offensive line, and the offense will be producing behind this offensive line. So if Sharif's right, and you know the rebuild and the add of Eric Flowers and the add of all the draft picks, Austin Jackson, Hunt, Kinley, I almost said Solomon Grundy, but you all know why. Bringing in Ted Karras, you know, if all of these additions end up helping and they gel, because again, I said this in last Saturday's live stream, if you didn't know, the offensive line has been getting together on their own and working out during the offseason. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. I love that they're taking that initiative because it is the weakest part of this team right now. In my eyes, I talked about it in my weakest parts of the 2020 NFL team, Miami Dolphins team. I don't know. I can't talk. I had the offensive line up there, number 1, because it is. It is what it is. You have all new players, and it's just super weak. So the fact that they're getting together on their own, practicing, makes me really excited. And if they can gel together, and if they can produce, and they can have these guys run behind them and have just lanes on lanes for running, the sky's the limit for this team. And that's not a shameless plug to when I was on the draft. But Sharif, thank you for the comment. Like I said to you guys, be sure to comment below. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to think about this. It's something that needs to be talked about. It's something that needs to be talked about. Hey, this might be one of my most disliked videos because it is a topic that is very diversive. But hey, it's something that needs to be talked about. Training camp is coming around the corner. Hopefully the season's coming around the corner. And there's things that need to be prepared for because we don't know what the future tells. But be sure to comment below. Sharif, thank you for the comment of the day. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I got the comment from. That's where I can post the breaking news, and then I come here and I do it in the community. So be sure to follow the community. Go to, like I said before, check that out. Also my Instagram. Check out the Bit Boys. I got some Last of Us on there. See if you like that. Let us know any video games you'd like us to play. I have to start posting on DouglieDoWrong Studios. I've been so focused on this and so focused on things in my life. Got some big changes happening in my life. I'll keep you guys up there. I'll let you guys know about it. But I've been super distracted. Also, check out Fan to Fan Network. The website is coming out this Saturday. We're launching the website this Saturday. We have a Twitch channel, which is always linked below. But be sure to check out Fan to Fan Network. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch channel. I'm going to be starting to live stream on Twitch, playing Madden, doing all these other things that I can't do here on Twitch. So be sure to check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/DouglieDoWrong. So be sure to go over and check that out. Other than that, give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up because you like talking about these things. It's, the NFL, Miami Dolphins. Give this video a thumbs up. You like the content. You like the videos. You like the channel. Be sure to check out DolphinsTalk.com. Great Miami Dolphin website that has a ton of Dolphin content on there. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. So you don't hit the subscribe button, you won't know about all these fantastic. I got a ton of videos planned for you guys. Got a ton of training camp videos, a ton of season videos, preseason, postseason, all this stuff. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when the videos come out. And other than that, I will see you Friday with my video of, hey, the signing of Cam Newton. Does it affect the AFC East? But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.